Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will be solving the exercise portion of Unit 1, which is making plans and expressing intentions. After this class, you will be able to solve all of the questions of Unit 1. So let's begin. The first unit is making plans and expressing intentions. And in the chapter, we have 4 players, Lunibha, Preeti, Lakshmikant and Rafi, who are young badminton players. They are in a closed camp participating for a tournament. But today they are free. They are together and making plans for today. The 4 badminton players always practice for a tournament, but today they are free. And they are making plans, as we can see, because they have a day off. So Lunibha is thanking God. She says, "Thank God for the rest. I think I will visit my mother today." Preeti has a plan to go for shopping. She says, "Perhaps I will go shopping. I need to buy some clothes." Lakshmikant seems to be lazy. He says, "I don't think I will go anywhere. I'll sleep for the whole day." And Rafi is planning to watch a movie on the TV. He says, "I will be watching a movie on the TV. I think I'll wash my dress in the afternoon." These 4 players are making plans here. In this slide, the coach says, "Good morning. What are you doing today?" And the badminton players are expressing their intentions. So Lunibha says, "I'm going to visit my mother, sir." Preeti says, "I'm planning to go shopping." Lakshmikant says, "I'm thinking of sleeping throughout the day. I won't go anywhere." And finally, Rafi expresses his intentions by saying, "I intend to watch TV sometime. I'm going to wash clothes later." Here we can notice the structures with "I am going to," or "I am thinking of," or "I intend to," and "I am planning to." These structures show intention, whereas notice here that the structures "I will visit my mother" or "I'll sleep" are making plans. This structure is used for making plans. Now let's move towards the exercise. Read and answer. The first question is, why have the players gone to the closed camp? We already know that the players are badminton players. They are young badminton players and they are in a closed camp practicing for a tournament. So the players have gone to the closed camp to practice for a tournament. What game do these players play? We already know that the players are young badminton players. Hence, the game that these players play is badminton. The third question is, what are the 2 girls going to do today? Now let's go back to the speech bubbles and then write the answer. So the 2 girls, one is Lunibha and the other is Preeti. One girl is going to visit her mother today while the other is planning to go shopping. So let's write it down. One of the girls is going to visit her mother and the other is going for a shopping. Who intends to watch TV? So again, let's go back to the speech bubbles. Here in the speech bubble, Rafi says, "I will be watching a movie on the TV." So Rafi is intending to watch TV. So the 5th question is, who seems to be too tired of the practice? How can you say so? Now let's go back to the speech bubbles. In the first bubble, Lunibha says, thank God for the rest. We can easily say that Luniba is too tired of the practice because as soon as she heard or she knew about a day off, she started thanking God for the rest. So Luniba seems to be too tired of the practice because she is thanking God for the rest she got. Let's write it down. Luniba seems to be too tired of the practice as she started thanking God for the rest she got. And the final question is, why do you think the players use I'll, which is I will, in the first bubbles and I'm going to, I'm intending to, or I'm planning to, etc. in the second bubbles? So the answer is, in the first bubble, we know that the players are making plans. Hence, they are using the structure I will or I'll, whereas in the second bubbles, they are expressing intentions. Hence, they use the structure I'm going to, I'm intending to, or I'm planning to. Let's write it down. This is all for a day off. Now, further, we will read a poem, The Wind and the Leaves, and try to solve the exercises. Let's begin. We have a poem, The Wind and the Leaves, written by George Cooper, who was an American poet and songwriter best known for his lyrics. He also translated the lyrics of German, Russian, Italian, Spanish, and French musical words into English. The poem The Wind and the Leaves is written by George Cooper, who was an American poet and songwriter best known for his lyrics. He also translated the lyrics of German, Russian, French musical work into English. This is a beautiful poem. Let's go through it. The poem says, "Come, little leaves," said the wind one day, "come over the meadows with me and play. Put on your dresses of red and gold, for summer is gone and the days grow cold." Soon the leaves heard the wind's loud call, down they came fluttering, one and all. Over the brown field then they danced and flew, singing the soft little songs they knew. Dancing and whirling the little leaves went. Winter had called them, and they were content. Soon, fast asleep on the earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlet over their heads. The first exercise is to read and match. After reading the poem, we need to match the words under column A with those under column B. Let's match the words under column A with those under column B. So the first word is meadow. What does meadow mean? Let's go back to the poem. Here we have, "Come, little leaves," said the wind one day, "come over the meadows with me and play." So the wind is asking the leaves to come down and play with me over the meadows. So here, meadow can't be a bedspread because the wind does not call leaves over the bedspread. Meadows can be grassland because we play in a grassland. So we play over the grassland, and the wind is asking the leaves to come over the meadows and play with it. So meadow is grassland. Fluttering. Fluttering again can't be a bedspread. Can't again be a bedspread. And grassland is already taken by meadow. Moving forward, we have moving lightly and quickly. Now let's see in the phrase if it matches with moving lightly and quickly. Soon the leaves heard the wind's loud call. Down they came fluttering, one and all. So the leaves can come down, moving lightly and quickly. So it perfectly matches with point 2 under column A, which is fluttering. Now content. Again, let's go back to the poem. Here we can see, dancing and whirling, the little leaves went. Winter had called them and they were content. Now here, content means satisfied. And we exactly have satisfied here. The options left are bedspread and satisfied. And bedspread cannot be the right option for content, because content means satisfied. And finally, coverlet is a bedspread. So here we have matched meadow with grassland, fluttering with moving lightly and quickly, content with satisfied, and coverlet with a bedspread. Great. Now let's read and answer. What did the wind ask the leaves to do? Let's go back to the poem. Come, little leaves, said the wind one day, come over the meadows with me and play. So we have the answer in the first phrase, where the wind is asking the leaves to come over the meadows and play with it. So the wind asks the leaves to come over the meadows and play with it. Here it is wind. The second question is, how do leaves look when they are old and ready to drop? Here we have, put on your dresses of red and gold, for summer is gone and the days grow cold. So when the leaves are ready to drop, that's in the winter, they become red and gold. That's right. The third question is, why were the leaves so satisfied to come down? Again, let's go back to the poem. Dancing and whirling, the little leaves went. Winter had called them and they were content. Because the leaves danced and whirled, and also because winter had called them, they were content. The answer is, since the winter had called them, they went back dancing and whirling with satisfaction. And the final question is, when did the snow lay the bedspread over them? When they were fast asleep on their earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlet over their heads. We know this by the last phrases of the poem. Soon fast asleep on the earthy beds, the snow laid a coverlet over their heads. When the leaves were fast asleep on their earthy beds, the snow laid the bedspread over them. The last portion of the exercise is to find the words that rhyme with the following words: day, cold, all, flew, and beds. So by reading the poem, we already know that day perfectly rhymes with play. Cold with gold. Remember the color of the leaves, the red and gold. All with call. Flew with new, and beds with heads. So this is all for today's class. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thanks for watching.